Welcome back. Today we're going to be going over the Mod 6 lesson number 4, which is how to tell if something is proportional in a graph. So when they refer to graph, they're actually referring to the line that is on the coordinate plane. So the X and Y axis isn't actually your graph, that's considered your coordinate plane. And when they say graph, they're referring to the line that is on your coordinate plane. So that would be considered the graph and the graph. So when something is proportional, it means that the graph is linear, which means a straight line, and it touches the origin. So in this picture, we can see that it clearly touches the origin and is linear. Here, this does not touch the origin because the origin is down here. So that makes it not proportional. So we're going to go ahead and look at a bunch of different graphs and see which ones are proportional and which ones aren't. So number 1 is proportional because the graph starts at the 0 and the graph is linear. Number 2, we see that it starts at the origin and is linear, so that means this one is also proportional. Number 3, we know the graph is linear, but it doesn't start at the origin, so this one would be no, and we could say the graph does not go through. And you can either use the origin or you can use the coordinates. It's up to you if you want to just put 0, 0, or if you want to write the word origin. It's completely your call. Okay. Number 4, it starts at the origin, so we're good. But that's not a line. So this one's also going to be no because the graph is not linear. Or we can say the graph is not a line. Okay, moving to part 2. Part 2 is a reminder of what we did before, only we're also going to ask if the graph shows a proportional relationship. So I do like to have a third column to put our coordinates in there. So for the first coordinate, we have 0, 0. Our second coordinate, we have 1, 2. The third one, we have 2, 3. The fourth one, we have 4, 4. And then the last one, we have 6, 12. So labeling our axes, we know that this one's the X and this one's the Y. So the 0, 0, we already plotted in there. 1, 2 means we're going over 1 and up 2 and plotting a point. And over 2, up 3 and plotting a point. And over 4, up 4, plotting a point. And then over 6, up 12 and plotting a point. So when we connect the dots, it says, does the graph show a proportional relationship? It does not. And the reason it doesn't is because the graph is not linear, so it's not a line. And if you want to, you can say the graph is not a line, or you can say the graph is not linear. Okay, looking at number 6, we have, again, x, y, and we're going to put our coordinates in there. So we have 3, 1. We have 4, 2. We have 5, 3. And we have 6, 4. So we are going to have our x and our y. We're going to move over 3 up 1, over 4 up 2, over 5 up 3, and over 6 up 4. So if we need to connect it to the origin, it's going to look like this, which again, this does not show a proportional relationship. And the reason is because the graph is not linear. Now, if you decided not to connect it into the origin, your answer would still be the same. Your explanation would be different. So if you graphed it like that, you would say the graph does not go through the origin. So either explanation is okay. You just want to make sure that your explanation matches your graph. And that is the end of lesson 4.